Another Sunday, another. I ain't calling it weeks. Make it weaker. Yeah, we can call it. But we say we call it strongs. Anyway, another day to delve deeper into the mysteries of atonism, and today our sermon is based on, I guess you would call it, the buzz in the streets. You know, the noise in the market. You know, normally I don't pay attention to the noise in the market, but I thought it was important to touch on it because of how many people the noise in the market is affecting. You know, and a few days ago, in the front of one of our daily newspapers, was this big headline about demons being released. Let me pull it up, so I don't mess it up. It said, Bishop, demons loose in country. Dun dun dun. That's the headline. Now, we know how newspapers have to sell newspapers based on some kind of drama, some kind of, stuff that people want to read. So I really didn't pay attention, honestly, because to me that ain't really news. That's obvious. Right? But eventually I kept hearing more and more people talk about it, and some people were really concerned, some people were even afraid. Some people were really afraid that these demons was walking around town and, I don't know, taking advantage of people and doing whatever demons do to people. Right? And so Fellowship on Wednesday, we touched on it a bit, and I thought we must touch on it on Sunday, because the question we asking today is, are demons to blame, or are we destroyed for lack of knowledge? What do the scriptures say? Because ultimately we have some scriptures, right? And before we even get into the message, let me just put things in context as we go to the book of 1 John. Because I want you to know that this message that you're going to be hearing about today, it's not just being preached or taught in the Qubtic church. I watch TV as I'm getting ready for church, and TD Jakes was on, and another gentleman. I never saw him before, but he was making a lot of sense. Oh wow, his name is escaping me right now, but it'll come back to me. But I'm just saying that a lot of what you're gonna hear today, this is a universal message. All right, and we're gonna get into the consciousness, but I have to first of all set the context, because the newspaper is quoting. Let me come in. The newspaper is quoting a noted bishop who, quite honestly, I have a lot of respect for, and what I am going to say today is no attack on him or his congregation. In the Qubtic way of life, we respect our elders, and how you doing, buddy? We respect our elders, and him being my elder, I respect the fact that he has the right to do whatever he needs to do with regards to his church and his congregation. And I'm setting the context so that people don't misconstrue what is going to be said here today. It's not an attack on anybody. Alright? He's alright. Broke your fall well. Yeah. He's fine. Very good. So let us first of all frame the context here. In 1 John chapter 4. 1 John chapter 4. And we start right at verse 1. It says, let me give you a chance to get there. Yeah? It says, beloved, believe not every spirit. Believe not every spirit. But try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. So this is the context under which this message, this sermon is being brought today. Because like I said in fellowship, it was brought up because I really wasn't paying attention. But because I see our congregation being concerned about it, I have to address it. So we will show you how the Qubtic church addresses such a message. Not attacking the message, but what? Trying it. Trying the spirit. Because when you're dealing with people, you're not dealing with the physical, the bones and the blood and the flesh and the hair and the clothes and the car and the house. You're dealing with their spirit. You understand? And in the Qubtic church, the spirit or the spirit force manifests by way of what we call RNA. The soul force manifests as DNA. The spirit force manifests as RNA. And the spirit force is what translates the soul force. Something we can get into on a Wednesday. Alright? But just so we understand where we're coming from. Alright? So, not going any further into 1 John, we have to ask some questions. And that's why the message today is built around the question of whether or not demons are the issue, or are we destroyed for a lack of knowledge? Because the scriptures have something to say. Now, our respected elder and brother in Christ, or Karas, said that the Lord came to him while he was on a sabbatical. And guess what? I can't take that away from him because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened when he was on sabbatical. He said the Lord came to him. Fine, the Lord came to him. But I know the Lord never asked me or any one of us to rely on a message from somebody else that he came to when we wasn't around. Right? Because if the Lord can come to one person, the Lord can come to all of us one time, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Y'all with me?
Yep.
Because I'm trying to make sure we clear here. Whenever somebody comes to me and says, while I was home, while I was praying, while I was swimming, while I was bathing, this thing happened to me. While I was dreaming, this thing happened to me. I say, you know what? That was for you. Because I wasn't there. I had a dream. Was I in a dream? But sometimes I may be in a dream. Sometimes I may have had a dream related to your dream. Right? But I wasn't there. And he always there? Then he said the Lord touched him? Okay, fine. So we can't rely on that experience in and of itself to verify if what is being said was for us. I didn't say if it was right or wrong, you know. I say it was for us. Right? Very good. So, as we move on now, let's look at, we can jump right to the meat. We can skip past the vegetables. We even can take the bread off the sandwich. Move the lettuce and tomato. And we get straight to the meat. You understand? We ain't have no appetizer. Alright? We can get right to it. Let's go to the book of Hosea. It's right after Daniel. You know? Let me go to chapter 4. And we're going to start from verse 1. in Hosea. These fours lining up here. Okay. I didn't. All right. Hosea chapter 4. We there?
Yeah.
Very good. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel." Well, in the Qubtic church, we understand it as one of the three symbolic tribes that peace is sent upon by the Most High Heavenly One, Aneri. Okay, and these three tribes are known as the Ishmaelites, the Israelites, and the Midianites. All right? So this is who this word is being spoken to. Specific group of people. Right? Very good. It says, "For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land." I got an issue with you. All right? You can see this in Revelation as well. But the Lord saying, I need y'all to be living a certain way, and y'all trying to live another way. Sound like a parent, right? If I say come home by 10 o'clock, I can need you in here by 10 o'clock. And stay with my fridge, and feed the dog, and make sure, you know what I'm saying? You got your list, and if you following the list, man, everything cool, man. A's, B's, we let you slide with 1 C or so on the report card. Everything cool. But as soon as the grades start slipping and my fridge staying open and you dragging your dirty shoes on my rug and your room ain't clean, then we have a problem. We have some controversy. I tell my children, we will have a misunderstanding. It ain't gonna be no air final, but we will have a misunderstanding. So the Lord saying, I have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land because there's no truth. As simple as that is, that's a major thing. That's a major thing because there's no truth. Right? So we have to investigate whatever it is being brought to us to find out if there's truth in it. Because if there ain't no truth in it, we don't need it. Right? No truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. You gotta have some truth in the land. Yeah. You gotta have some mercy. Y'all know the economy bad. Y'all know people's wages going down and the price of living going up. But all through January, y'all cutting off people like, where's the mercy? Huh? Where is it? Yeah, but y'all gonna spend all your money in December and you ain't pay your bills. Okay, fine. Does the Bahamas Electricity Corporation have a debt? Okay. So they in debt too. But they still allowed to run. What business don't run and operate in debt? Where's the mercy? I'm just using that as an example. Right? Not to only knock BEC, but I'm knocking them. Right? That's a whole another topic because we need to get, they're giving away water heaters now. That's the first step. But we got some issues with how the line is being run. There's no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God. Not just knowledge, you know. Because we go to school, we can become lawyers, doctor, accountant, fireman, policeman, plumber, carpenter, whatever. We could do all these things, and all of these professions are noble professions which we should strive to seek after. But the problem is that a lot of what we do as far as our profession is concerned is we could find problems, but we can't really fix them. You know what I mean by that? I mean, the doctors could keep stitching people up and keep having surgeries and keep giving out medicine. But can you cure the conditions that allow for these things to happen? Can you, instead of just popping bullets out of people and making sure they stay alive, stop the shooting? We can't stop making the bullets right now. But can we stop the conditions that allow us to need the bullets? Yeah? This is what the knowledge of the Most High Heavenly One, Anadri, and all of the Heavenly Ones provides for us. So there's a controversy because these things don't exist in the land. Verse 2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Blood toucheth blood. Because I can get you and you can get me. So you all going through the corner and you all kill our boys, and we coming through the corner and we kill your old boys. I can't get you, I get after your mommy. I can't get your mommy, I get your sister. Or you get my sister, I get after your brother. Blood touching blood. You see what I'm saying? Therefore shall the land mourn. How many murders last year? 127. If that ain't mourning. The land is mourning right now. Yeah? And everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. That's just another word for mourning. For mourning. For being upset. For being depressed. For being sad. Because everybody is affected in some way, shape, or form. You can't say, well, I do what I'm supposed to do, Lord. Lord Jesus, as long as I have you, then that's a bunch of nonsense. Because you can't tell me all you need is Jesus, or Yahshua, or Yahweh, or Allah, or whatever name you choose to call. But your children, you can let your children run free. You can let your husband or your wife run free. Your immediate family ain't intact, but all you got is a name. Because if you get that phone call, you ain't gonna say, oh, they showed how much times? I'm sorry, I got Jesus. Like, you ain't gonna do that. You can be in the mall hollering and crying because you gotta identify a loved one. Because you was first the king. So let's get away from that nonsense right now. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field. Shall languish with the beast mentality. I was in a restaurant recently getting something to eat, and a group of young brothers come in, and I was scared. Not like breaking down like a punk scared, but alert, like I know what these brothers into. You know what I mean? I got out alive, got my food. I'm saying that to say, when I jump in the car, I look at my wife and say, boy, people is like laugh and say, oh, white people scared of black people, right? I say, but I ain't scared of some black people. She said, boy, I thought it was just you, because when I see them going in there, because she said, make sure, you know, nothing pop off. Because everybody face wrench up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody look like the face thing you say good afternoon the wrong way. It ain't afternoon, it's evening, boss. You know what I mean? Like you don't know how much anger is built up inside of these, especially these young brothers. And I say I can look in their eyes and I can tell I couldn't reason with them. If something was to pop off, I'd have to get them before they get me. There wasn't the chance of me reasoning and saying, hold on, man. Think about your family. I ain't got no family. They go, you know what I mean? Think about your children. My girlfriend carry them. All right, hold on. I got a list. Let me get that list. You got something you need to think about. You know? They ain't give you a chance to go down that list. You understand what I'm saying? But this is beast mentality we dealing with. You trying to talk some simple sense and some truth to them. They ain't interested, man. Just put the water on the floor, act like you ain't see nothing, and keep it moving. That's how they roll it. So you languishing with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Now what else is this talking about? As we discussed this